Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. I'm just relaxing on this Sunday, and I saw this video from Mark the Messenger. It's on his live channel. It says Mark the Messenger Live, and it says, "Don't ignore the secrets about Jim Carrey anymore." And we're going to react to this. This is about his recent appearance when he won an award, and let's just say he's not looking like himself. Um, Clone hopping. Or just cloning. But yeah, let's get into it, shall we?
Jim Carrey on the power of Jesus Christ. Oh, now it's making sense. Now it is making sense. I don't know if it was genuine or not, but now he's talking about Jesus Christ. They got cloned. You can't make this
See?
up, bro. You just can't. Guys, I've been laughing nonstop for the past 10 minutes. My editor sent me this photo of
Yo,
Jim
boss.
Carrey.
What is going on? What is that? Bro. Ain't no way.
I've been trying to make this video, guys. I can't stop laughing, bro. There is no way. There is no way someone can tell me this. These are the same people, bro. There's no way. Right? I've been saying this for years now. And I first started to notice it with what's his name? The president, Joe Biden.
Yep.
Right? I had plenty of short.
Yo, he's not joking. Joe Biden is. We definitely saw the attached earlobes and then detached earlobes. Then right here, you see him, 2026. Look at the chin, and then look at the difference in the chin. One is like squared off, one's different. The noses are a little similar. See, the noses are a little similar, and that's where they probably think they could get us. Oh, we found another guy with brown eyes who has a similar nose. The teeth look way different. Eyebrows, I guess you could do that. The hair's kind of similar. But the face, bro, just the face in general, the shape, the measurements, it's just not it. Nice try, bro. Oh my God, I think they might have intentionally done this just to see who's actually paying attention and who's completely brainwashed, and they want to know the statistics, like what percentage of people are actually dumb enough to fall for stuff like this, and that proves that the cognitive dissonance is working. Like, let's get back into it.
On it a couple years ago. I was like, wait, hold up, wait a minute. This Joe Biden that they're showing us, it ain't the Joe Biden that we saw, years before. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't. This could be a crazy conspiracy, right? But I don't know if Joe Biden wasn't going on with the handlers had it in their agenda, right? With we know presidents are all owned by the same group of people. You guys know who that same group of people is, right? Or maybe Joe Biden was an old man. Maybe he just passed.
Does he mean the Canaanites that claim that they're the Israelites? Maybe.
Away and they wanted to use that vessel, right? They wanted to continue using that vessel, so they just brought in the clone, right? And there's a movie what Jim Carrey was in called The Mask, right? And a lot of people bring that conspiracy up where he's telling us, right? And I don't know, you guys let me know, man. I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now with wars and Dubai and stuff like that.
Yo, like you said, the mask. You put on a mask and you literally become somebody else. Holy shit! Holy foreshadowing, bro.
And it's just to add a balance, man. This was a good laugh. And I want you guys to, looking at that picture, guys, that's not the same person. And I understand people get old. I get it. I'm getting older too, right? But nah, bro. All right, so this is the clip where everybody's talking about right now, and rightfully so.
My teeth are fucking stupid.
Hello.
Do you want to play with me?
Sure.
Aw.
You want me to help you with your groceries? This journey with childhood cancer.
And rightfully so. Play it.
I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy, but it's then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead. But
What?
I'm dead.
What? Let's go. What are you saying?
I'm dead.
it's I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy, but you know, it's then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead. But and I made mistakes, and I was like a novice, but I felt a lot of love, and I felt a lot of appreciation that I tried, and
Tim Carrey. Yo.
what I said was true, and I really wanted to recognize my family. I wanted to recognize my dad. And my dad was the type of person that if you met him for 5 minutes, you felt like you knew him for 50 years. You know, I can't talk about him without getting emotional. Oh, I loved it. Loved it. It's so beautiful. And having Michelle, you know, communicate that was also amazing. And it was just a brilliant evening.
Almost sounds a little bit like a bot, right? I mean, he's using language that's good enough to pass as like somebody who's fairly intellectual, but it seems off, man. Discernment. Pray for discernment.
You know, really brilliant evening. Oh my gosh. Marshall Boulevard was off the hook. I mean, I can't believe he committed to doing all that. I was really, it was someone else.
We are really living in the Truman Show, guys, and it's funny because he's a main actor in that show. And you know, they always use these type of actors in specific type of movies, TV shows. And Jim Carrey was like one of the best persons to use, right? Very bizarre type of dude. You know, there's an interview of him like sticking out his tongue and throwing up the pyramid sign, and you know he's doing some weird stuff, but through the midst of the weird stuff, there's always a message behind it, right? Because all Holly weird actors and actresses, they're all owned, right? So they got speaking code, things of that sort. But I mean, y'all let me know in the comments, man. Y'all let me know, bro. I know, and like I said, guys, I caught on to this cloning stuff. I did my research on it. I did my research on cloning, guys. That's you could clone a human, guys. It's illegal,
Easily.
right? You get thrown in prison for it, but they have the technology to clone a human. If they wanted to clone me or you, they could do that, guys. It's not a conspiracy.
Dude, they've been doing it since 1938 in Germany. Like, so it's like, hello, like, wake the fuck up, people. It's not that hard. If they showed us Dolly the sheep back in the 70s or 80s or whenever the hell it was, what do you think, dude? If they're showing us, oh, back then they're showing us, look, we can clone animals. That's what they're showing us. So at that exact point in time, what are they not showing us? Because they think we'd freak out and we'd be like, you're a clone, no, prove you're the real one, and then like pulling their skin and stuff. Like, we would freak out, you know? So they're like, oh, you know? But like, yeah, dude, there's so many mysteries in this world that people aren't privy of, people aren't aware of. And cloning is definitely one of them. I've even talked about clone hopping, where I believe that they can, since they make a clone of themselves, they can hop into these other clones, whether they're younger versions of themselves or around the same age, and they can transfer that consciousness because they have the same vitals, like their heart beats the same, because they're pretty much the same person, but a copy or clone. You get what I mean? But it's the same signature. Their heart beats at the same time because it's the same type of body. It's just like twins, you know? And but more than that, because it's actually the same person, not a different soul, kind of. And this brings up the question: do clones have souls? And I don't know. That's a different topic. Let's get back into this. It's getting deep, y'all.
Now, to say that he was a clone, it could be a label to conspiracy, right? I personally think he was, right? I mean, he's even saying, yeah. I mean, look what he says. Like, what?
1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead.
What?
What?
I mean,
they put the truth in plain sight.
So what I like to do more research, and I was watching this video, and the guy shows what I'm about to show you guys.
Unrecognizable appearance, unusual sounding voice, and apparent eye color change. Eye color change. This is his current eyes, apparently, and this was his eyes just a year ago.
Pause. I mean, I don't think these people are trying to hide it no more, guys.
is happening? Well, when you start to go down the rabbit hole of Jim Carrey, you realize that this man has been calling out forces of evil that are in this world, malicious forces, and could it just be that the elites did not want Jim Carrey to continue talking about things like this when he was on Jimmy Kimmel not that long?
If you're not a good little puppet for them, they will simply replace you with another person because they could fire you, but then they would lose out on a lot of money, capital. Okay, they would lose out on a lot of money. So to keep the money coming in so that they can profit off of your dead corpse, right, and act like you're still alive, they will replace you with a clone because they have already taught that clone. They've raised the clone in a lab. They've said, you are Jim Carrey. You're the only Jim Carrey. You're the best. And by the way, you're destined to be a superstar. And then when they transfer them out of that facility and put them on the big stage, they are already prepared to continue where you left off. Now, the thing is, to us who have been watching the real Jim Carrey for so long, we're going to notice when the shift happens. You know what I mean? The thing is, they're getting cocky and arrogant with it where they don't care if we know anymore. This is it. Because they would not have put him out there. They wouldn't have deemed him fit to be ready to be released into society. They would be like, the Jim Carrey clone ain't necessarily ready yet. But it seems like they don't care.
And to see Jimmy Kimmel getting very nervous and panicking as he does in this video is absolutely wild. Right? Yeah. What is it? Come on, Jimmy. Seriously. The time is
This is the video.
That's the real Jim.
I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the
See?
whistleblower. I'm
See?
sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it.
And of course, everybody's laughing. Jimmy Kimmel's trying to play it off. It's like, I didn't know about that symbol.
No, by the way, I heard people mention in comment sections that those laughs were added, and that when he was saying it to those people live, it was dead silence. Like, everybody was like, what the fuck is he exposing Hollywood? But they added the laughs when they put it out so that when people see it, they're like, oh, it's carefree, and you know what I mean? They're trying to cover their tracks.
And all that stuff. Well, this isn't the only time that Jim Carrey has talked about this type of stuff, okay? This video is absolutely...
I remember this video too.
There is definitely something going on with Jim Carrey.
First time I run into Jim Carrey. Hey, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No, I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join. And here I am.
A celebrity like Jim Carrey.
That's
saying
Jim
that
Carrey.
About one of the sacred award shows or whatever this was that was going on. These things that Hollywood just holds in such reverence is just crazy. This goes so against the grain of Hollywood. It is insane.
It's completely meaningless.
Well, they
Which is why he was replaced if he was.
say they're celebrating icons inside.
And watch the girl, bro. Watch her reaction to what Jim Carrey does.
Boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we can
He's so awesome.
They told you Jim Carrey left Hollywood to find himself. They told you his deep rants were just spiritual awakening. But what if Carrey didn't just walk away from fame? He walked out of the Illuminati, and the 33 symbols he's revealing aren't metaphors. This is something that Jim Carrey has talked about a lot. And let's not forget that it was just a couple of years ago where he said in this absolutely crazy video things that had all of Hollywood shocked, okay? Because he reached the pinnacle, all right, of the things that Hollywood absolutely hates with the things that he was saying here. Jim Carrey on the power of Jesus Christ.
I've had some challenges in the last couple of years myself.
Sorry, Mark.
Ultimately, I believe that suffering leads to
I got an idea.
By the way, this does not look like that Jim Carrey that's talking in this video.
Absolutely not.
Christ did on the cross. He suffered terribly, and he was broken, right, to the point of doubt and a feeling of absolute abandonment. And the decision was to look upon the people who were causing that suffering, or the situation that was causing that suffering, with compassion and with forgiveness. And that's what opens the gates of heaven.
Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. So, this is exactly what Jim Carrey has been on this journey.
I wonder when this
Yeah, what's weird is that looks like Jim Carrey, the real Jim Carrey. So
Took place because this is all gonna connect the dots when he said this, when that video was made. Because you can't be a part of Hollywood and like talk about Christ because you have a huge influence, right? You can't talk about Christ, you can't live for him, so they're gonna definitely take you out, right? So now it's making sense that you just saw the clip I just showed of where he's talking about where Jim Carrey says out of his mouth that he's dead.
Past few years. It's absolutely crazy because all of this goes so against Hollywood, and he is like one of the biggest stars ever in Hollywood. So
Yeah.
to see this, it makes you wonder. If I'm just thinking about this objectively and everything, we know that with the context that Jim Carrey's been calling out this insanity, that he has had a crazy journey, that he's left Hollywood, that he only acts in very specific things these days, mostly Sonic the Hedgehog movies. I would say that Jim Carrey either has sent a double to be here because he didn't want to be involved, because we know that he hates these events, right? Or he just has really bad plastic surgery, or maybe he was actually replaced. With that,
Yeah, I think he was replaced. I don't.
yeah, because like that gentleman just said, there's two paths, and I believe in both of them. That either he was acting out, so he got replaced, so they put a clone in for him, and he's gone, and he's no longer with us. Or the other option is a lot of these people in Hollywood, the people who clone people, they will eventually come up to some people in Hollywood who are deemed worthy, and they will say, "We can make clones. Would you like to have clones of you? That way, you can be in more places at once. You can make a lot more money. Like clone number 3 could be at a meeting from 4 to 5 p.m. Clone number 7 could be at this. You could be sleeping. You could be sleeping, and all the money's going to come to you, and we'll feed and house your clones, so you have nothing to worry about, and it's just going to bring you extra money. Would you like to do this?" I know that sounds schizophrenic, beyond schizo, but like, dude, the truth is often stranger than fiction. And this thought never popped up into my head until my spiritual awakening in 2023, and all these thoughts were flooding in my head. One day was this, the next day was that, a week later was this, and I kept getting all these downloads, and it was just crazy. And it was because I was connected to source, like source energy or God himself, whatever you want to call it. Like, we're energy as well. And I know some people who are Christians are going to think, "Oh, that's like new agey." Like, no, playing with crystals and tarot cards is new agey and witchcraft. But just understanding that our bodies are made up of atoms that have energy in them, and we're all energy. That's not sacrilegious. So get out of here, bro. But anyways,
It's a whole plastic surgery. Some people are gonna believe it, and maybe it is plastic surgery, right? I believe he was cloned. I believe Hollywood. He served no purpose, no use for Hollywood, so they replaced him. I've been talking about cloning for years now, and I kind of like stopped talking about it because like it's just everybody's like, "Oh, you're just crazy." So I just, even Christians say that, like, so it's like I
of
just
course
keep it to
they do,
myself now. But the first person that I knew who I found out was
bro. You're not the only one. I'm with you, brother.
like a clone that wasn't here no more, like that wasn't real no more. I mean, it was Joe Biden, which is
Yeah,
like back in like a year or two after into his presidency. I knew that there's no way. And then I did more research. I dig down deep
I think it was 2018, 2019, or 2020. Yeah,
into the more than rabbit hole, and I come to find out that the cloning center is real, guys. Like that's on Earth today. They have the technology. It's here. It's not a conspiracy, guys. Now
of
it's
course.
illegal to clone someone, but these people are above the law. The reptilians who run the
They don't give a shit. You think they're gonna stop, bro? No, they. That's why I'm paranoid about people like cloning me and my families and shit like that. Like, I'm fucking, I was off the walls, bro, during my spiritual awakening. It was nuts.
the satanic edophiles, right? They're above the law. There's no law.
And
I mean, it is what it is, guys. This is a
oh,
wicked world we're living in. So, anyways, if you guys made it this far, like, share, comment, subscribe. More videos cooking up. I'm out. Peace out.
word. So that's the video for today. This quick little reaction video, if you will. Oh, there I am. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh. Well, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I really appreciate it. And Until next time, stay safe, be blessed, and live lavishly. I'm going to see all of you in the next reaction video. Thanks so much, and y'all have a good day.